It was a street scene from December 7th, 1941. An explosion in the McCully neighborhood as seen through the eyes of a young Daniel Inouye. The narrow lanes of the Waipahu plantation village doubled for Mo'ili'ili. The 17-year-old Inouye was biking to the Red Cross offices where he planned to sign up as a volunteer. The late senator's son was on hand for the filming of the pivotal scene.
Most people don't know these stories. The vast majority do not. And they really don't expose people to these stories in school. So it's very important that these stories get told in as many ways and as many times as possible.
The feature film is being produced by a team of local storytellers. The actors and crew members are graduates of the University of Hawaii Film School and Creative Media, many cutting their teeth on the project. It's a story they feel very deeply about.
It means so much. You know, I wouldn't be who I am without the 442.
Kosaki, who plays the 17-year-old Dan Inouye, hopes Hawaii's story of the Japanese-American experience will get the attention he believes it deserves.
Show America our patriotism and to let them know that even though they were Nisei, which is second-generation Japanese at the time, that we were still loyal to America and that we were true Americans.
The story is based on how the highly decorated unit made up of Japanese Americans from Hawaii came to be. It's the history of the Varsity Victory Volunteers and the Hawaii Territorial Guard.
They were the UH-ROTC that were activated that day as the Hawaii Territorial Guard. 6 weeks later, after Pearl Harbor, the Japanese Americans were kicked out of the Hawaii Territorial Guard, and their guns were taken away. So they were very dejected, and they petitioned the military governor, and they became the Varsity Victory Volunteers. And so the VVV, the Triple V, together with the original 100th Battalion, you know, breaking all these training records at Camp McCoy, they changed the hearts and minds of the War Board.
It's a story Hayashi is passionate about. She created a comic book around the real-life heroes who fought in the war and has been on a mission to see that story become a film. Hayashi seated as a pilot for a possible miniseries. She credits the late Mark Takai and Governor David Ige for their support for the project, which came in a special earmark of more than $500,000 outside the regular funding route for films.
They saw the importance of Hawaii people telling Hawaii stories. Did you see the footage of...
Expectations are high that the story ring true and that the crew can deliver. The production has caught the eye of Japanese media and the Consul General of Japan, who was on hand for shooting at the UH campus this weekend.
This film and also this shooting will be also a symbol, a kind of a symbol of passing the legacy to the next generation. And I'm very excited about seeing the process of making this film.
It's also been an intergenerational experience for the cast and crew who've been able to spend time with the veterans. One actor playing the part of a real-life hero sees it as a nod to his Japanese heritage and his late grandfather.
Being a part of this role is like telling his story, you know, and it's for all of the guys who are still alive. You know, this is for them, and so that's what's at stake here. You know, and that's why it's so important, not only for me, but for all the cast.
Izawa recalls being able to meet veteran Akira Otani, who's in his 90s.
And what, you gonna play me?
I'm you. It was an honor meeting him and hearing him tell me his story in person, and it's an honor for me to play him.
Work is underway for the recreation of an important scene at Iolani Palace. It's about the send-off for close to 3,000 recruits during the war.
Hawaii was so proud of them, they wanted to send them off with aloha.
Action! Hayashi's working to make the scene happen while trying to raise additional funds to complete the project. Shooting picks up this spring. Catherine Cruz, KITV Island News.